Good evening, everybody. My name is Ito, and I am happy to bring you a lovely match of ESEA Open Season 34. Now, we don't usually do a lot of open games, but I had a special request to get this one covered. And honestly, after looking at what these two teams are going to be like heading into it, I am pretty interested. We have Colorado State Green on the CT side, most likely that is, to start things off and divide Esports as our terrorists. And there are a lot of questions, just immediately right off the bat. Who are these teams? Who are these players? Who's to look out for? And since this is the first match of the regular season for both these teams, those are questions I can't really answer just yet. But I do have a couple of people I think that you should keep an eye on. Jagmaster, on the side of Divide Esports, and then Stealthy on the side of Colorado State Green. So, with that minor storyline out of the way, I want to try to head into this first round. It seems like an A split is going to be on the cards here. Nothing too crazy. Something you see pretty often from the T side here. This time, though, Colorado State Green don't seem prepped for it, however. And actually, Divide are going to be able to win two fights right off the back of things. So, amazing start for them so far. Rotations are already coming in from the CT side with one player lurking on Cat. It's Stealthy. Who else but the man I pointed out as the player to watch here to find one, Griffin with another. And suddenly this round that looked oh so confident for Divide Esports is suddenly falling apart just a little bit. It's a 3 versus 3, but on a retake, Goose having a defuse kit and Stowe. A couple of players on the T side not exactly healthy. This is still very, very winnable. That first kill going the way of Irish Sniper on the retake, though, makes things so much sweeter. Nusley peeks out wide, though, and gives up his life. Now, the chase is on to find these last members of Divide Esports here, and they're doing it. On to Jackmaster, and sitting on the bomb will be Goose, so he's going to be able to defuse a bomb. Stealing it away are Colorado State Green, and that's one hell of a show to put on for round number 1. Oh... You can't get much sweeter than that. It wasn't even the people that I thought were going to stand out, Stealthy and Goose in particular, but it was Griffin actually showing up massively. A triple kill and allowed that defuse to actually come through. Divide Esports, unfortunately, on the back foot of that one. We'll get knocked down a peg, but they'll still fully buy up into this one here. Kill already converted onto Onyer. That's a really good start for Divide Esports here. Again, they invested pretty much everything that they possibly could into this round here, and although it's risky, it seems to be a calculated gamble, at least so far. Over at B, it seems that Divide Esports want to try taking it over there here. We'll have two players out the ready here, still prodding over towards mid, and I need to actually keep an eye on Griffin. I believe he saw a couple of players over towards apps. There's action happening over towards mid, and it's all looking blue in the kill feed for the time being here. I only caught one kill, but there's still so much action going on that it's almost impossible to follow. Another one will go the way of Irish Sniper and Kazi as well, who just entryed out over towards B, and Griffin now finds himself alone, and don't tell me we're going to see the force-up work out for the T's, because it is on the verge of actually happening. Griffin dancing around the pillars with the M4, finds the first. The spray onto Irish Sniper is good, but not good enough, and it will be now 1-1. Both teams getting their just desserts in. As it's split heading into round 3, it is looking awfully good for Divide Esports to go ahead and take the lead early on Mirage. This definitely is. Considering Colorado State Green, I mean, taking a gander at what they have to force up here, their money doesn't exactly exude confidence, nor does their buy. They have a FAMAS MP9, otherwise it's just going to be quite a few Desert Eagles to go around. One player spotted. Onyer won't overstay his welcome. Just take a couple of pot shots, then back off. Jagmaster, meanwhile, is entering out over towards ramp and has found two. Right off the back of things, that A site is cracked wide open. Now Colorado State are going to be making those rotates happen here, but it's just going to be so one-sided for the time being. Jagmaster up to 3 kills so far, searching for number 4, can't quite get it. It will be the Deagle army of the last remaining members of Colorado State Green to find those, to take down Jagmaster. So no 3K in play, but I think Kazi will just be able to pick up the fallen pieces from here on out. Indeed he is. 1 HP to spare too. Really leaving no wiggle room for that one. Bit unfortunate too, because that could have actually been a decently good eco from Colorado State Green if they managed to get 3 guns out of the hands. But, I mean, they were going to have to double eco anyway unless they pulled off a miracle in that last round. And Not only did the Miracle not end up coming through, but they didn't even do too much damage with that pistol and FAMAS force up that they had going for them. Now they'll only have USPs, and it should be even less damage, but right now it's 1 for 1. Onyr with a bit of a sneaky position over towards bench gets one before he loses his life. Oh, but look at this, Goost. He's actually snuck all the way in towards T-Spawn. Went through Palace undetected. P. Nathan is watching towards the other end of Palace as well. Goose didn't extend far enough to see the bomb, though, so what could have been amazing probably is just going to lead to maybe a cheeky kill, maybe 2 if he's lucky. But for the time being here, it's not looking very promising for Colorado State Green. Divide Esports are taking their time, actually execing onto a site here. Now that they've spotted one player, the bomb will make its way there. Take a look at this, though. Goose is at the ready over towards ramp. A bit of a skirmish with a pistol, but at least he converts the kill, and that's huge. It's so much information given away, but the kills will now come through just as quickly. Goose, now with a Galil in hand, will be trying to cause a little bit more damage, and he's doing it. He's found 2 so far, down to 2 versus 2. Unfortunately, that's all the damage he can do, and the teammates aren't there to really pick up the pieces. It's going to be Griffin to have to pull off a miracle, but he only has a P2000, to do it with, and again, that's not something that exudes confidence. Now that they've gotten those courtesy eco rounds out of the way, Divide Esports, they've gotten their freebies. They've gotten all their just desserts. Now they'll have to do it against M4s and an AWP in Onyr's hands, and interesting to see a glass cannon come out this early, but I guess they just really want to have that sniper in the mix of things here. Guess I can't exactly blame them. Peeking out over towards Connector. Onyr getting mollied out, doesn't want to overstay his welcome as well, especially since aim punch can really start affecting you if you're staying in that Molotov for a bit too long here. Another one will go out towards window. My cat is meowing her head off here, and I think it's just a matter of time before some heads get blown off at that. I don't think he spots a player over towards Palace. That could have been nasty, and unfortunately that means that Jagmaster is able to find 1 kill for his trouble. Pushed up aggressively will be the CTs. Powertail probably going to get caught off guard here, but oh, he's checking his corners, and a bit of a slow reaction perhaps from Griffin. Not exactly sure what that was, but either way it's looking good for Divide Esports as they're trying to make their way out onto the B-bomb site. A bit less than a minute remaining. This Powertail couldn't quite get the 2K. But the CTs, Colorado State Green, are still itching to try to stem this wound as much as they can, lest they give up round number 4 and are back on the pistols. Stealthy can't get it done. So Goose will have to, but I mean 7 points of health. He should be dead to rights here. Not really many damaging nades in play. Has that going for them here. Kazi planting out in the open, though. That's risky. And that looked like just a crazy tap he hit. Didn't even look like he was aiming for Goose there, but just goes to show you that if someone's on 7 points of health, or I mean, what really can you do? Other than just, you know, get lucky for all your duels, but that hasn't exactly been the name of the game so far. 1-4, Divide Esports take another convincing round, and at that, they'd actually demolish the economy of Colorado State Green, so the boys at CSU are going to be stuck on pistols, and it's already worked out for Goost in a little bit better of a fashion than last round looked like, dropping an AK for his teammate P. Nathan, still yet to find a kill. P. Nathan might have his chance right here. Kazi will find the first kill, not the second though. It will be the member trading it out. Now it's going to be 2 AKs in play for Colorado State Green, and this is looking pretty good. But their next challenge really comes in the form of having to deal with this B-bomb site here, because Divide have already started pushing out. Griffin is still lurking behind the site, has found one with his CC-75. This numbers game is working out for Colorado State Green so far. Molly goes out too, and eventually actually do flush out that kill. Back into an even game so far. Nusley is looking to try to make things into a little bit of a sweeter deal. Bit of a crazy spray, but still a conversion nonetheless. All comes down onto Onyr. But he even gives away his position, trying to walk through the smoke. That fake plant didn't seem to ward off Irish Sniper from still looking at that smoke. And it continues. This T side already looking very, very promising for the side of Divide Esports. And it's only going to get better most likely. Especially if they manage to get away with this one here. Another gun round in play. This time Onier actually has armor to go with that AWP, but a slow peek over towards mid isn't exactly the best start that you want. And that's also a pretty bad start, isn't it, as well? P. Nathan goes down immediately. Missed window smoke. So actually gives him a little bit of a shot, but there is a molly to try to go ahead and capitalize upon that damage. And speaking of damage, all of it is going out onto Onier right now. He has 1 point of health, but does have that sniper, so he can still make use with it. He finds 1 kill as Kazi finds 2. That's a numbers game that I don't think Onier wants to play. Okay, that's a double. Miss smoke into window. Been there, Kazi. I've been there. Right-clicking that thing is easier said than done. 1 player at each site. In fact, Onier is actually just waiting in CT for an I don't know how to speak. Inevitable push. See, it's not that hard. I know how to speak. Inevitable push. Rotates from Griffin as well. Coming back over towards A. Or not. He heard a couple of steps. So I might think it's going to be window here. That will actually make Onier start creeping up just a little bit through CT spawn here. Maybe if he can find this ramp pick, it would be better and better. Gorgeous shot as he does that too. Kazi, unfortunately, though, takes out Griffin, and Onier finds himself alone. Against 2 members, will have to ace, most likely, to be able to actually find this round. And on 1 point of health, a flashbang to his body could even kill Onier. Practically sneezed on the man and he's dead. They need to start getting bomb down, though. He really waited this clock out until the very bitter end. But it does eventually go down. Meaning that a post plant will begin and a potential round number 6 on the board for Divide Esports. Onier slowly creeps up, still has found absolutely nothing. It's Kazi with a 4K, honestly, just a major hero in that round. Quad kill to put himself up to 9, matching that of Irish Sniper. 6 rounds for Divide Esports as well, and as I said last time, it's only going to get better. This is most likely number 7 that we're going to be staring down the barrel of here if Colorado State Green don't come out packing with these Deagles, and I don't exactly fancy the chances. Honestly. Oh god, he's just going to be pushed over towards mid. He's found one. Irish Sniper is there to bail him out in case anything goes wrong. And it's already looking pretty decent for the T side so far. Irish Sniper completely blinded up. Nusley shouldn't be taking that fight with a P2000, but he does and ends up losing the fight to another P2000. And well, at least Irish Sniper is there to pick up the pieces of the puzzle. Same story with Jagmaster. I mean, for a rush through mid, wasn't half bad. Colorado State Green were able to stay probably for a little bit longer than they were expecting. Get 2 kills for that relatively minimal investment that they had. It was just Deegs. I'm not even sure if there's armor on some of those players. That means that they're going to be very, very healthy heading into round number 9. But look, they can get all the healthy buys that they want. What they really need at this point are rounds. They are severely lacking. It's 1-7, and again, if they lose this one, the CTs are most likely going to be forcing up for the rest of the half. Perhaps I shouldn't speak too soon, though. This round is looking awfully good for Colorado State so far. P. Nathan has found a kill alongside Stealthy, both of them pushing up into perhaps uncharted territories. It's working out well. Stealthy actually has a chance to find another as well, but again, shouldn't overstay his welcome. That really is the name of the game so far for Colorado State Green. They just can't commit to these fights all too hard, and it's been working out pretty pleasantly for them so far. A 4 versus 2 is where we find ourselves now, with Griffin with the potential to possibly put it into a 4v1, or it could just be Power Tail ruining that storyline. Nusley as well peeks up over through apartments. Great shot with the AWP, and it's a 2 versus 2 now. Looking better and better for Divide Esports. Oh, this would be absolute theft if they manage to get away with this round here. Miss Molotov. That's fine. Nusley still has an op, excuse me. Unfortunately, though, that's pretty much all he has. He no longer has a teammate to help him through this potentially troubling time. Onier will close it out with a nice little op shot, but still significant damage done to Colorado State. And money is something that they're kind of lacking at the moment. Double ops in play for Colorado State, too. They will be able to rebuy. M4s will go down onto Goose and Griffin most likely, but actually they're just opting for FAMASas instead. Want to keep that eco up, I suppose, for rounds to come. But it's another round on the board for the CTs, something they so desperately needed, and can now call theirs. Miss smoke for window too. That's pretty decent start for Onyur if he keeps on watching over towards mid. Hits a nice little leg shot onto Irish Sniper and actually gives it a second go, but be careful what you're peeking into. You never know who's going to be lurking behind that box at mid. Stealthy will learn that lesson in a harsh fashion. Harsh fashion. It's a surprisingly hard phrase to say. As Kazi will take his life. Put Divide again in a very comfortable scenario. Jagmaster will take down P. Nathan to boot as well. It's looking better and better. Now the defense is awfully split. Sure, the Colorado State green side are airing over towards A, and they do get a kill for their trouble here, but just by this numbers game alone, Divide Esports should be able to take any site that they please. Oh boy, Onyur is even committing over towards B, and not having that sight line in towards window could have potentially led to a flank. It's a bit awkward now. Making their way onto site and getting the bomb down will be Kazi, as he's found 2 so far, so maybe searching for another. In a 4 versus 2, there are plenty of opportunities for him. Good nade. Doesn't quite do the finishing blow onto Nusley, but maybe the FAMAS can do that. Indeed it does. Now it becomes slightly more possible, but they need to start moving quick. That bomb is probably further ticked than they might have imagined. Onyur against 3 to make this happen here. And he's struggling to even find one. Tosses down a smoke. He's being flanked from all corners here. Can't hit the shot to boot. And it's going to be number 8 for the T's. Divide Esports. They are absolutely crushing on Mirage right now and have absolutely zero signs of stopping as well. This is what I was worried about. That CT economy is just so frail and brittle that just losing that one round puts them in a very awkward state economically. They could force up M4s if they so wanted to. They have that max loss bonus coming through, but they decide to just go with 5-7s. That's a miss nade. Been there, Stealthy. Or not, P. Nathan, rather. Oh, boy. Same story, different round, apparently. These pistols, it's tough to make something happen here when you don't win just like an initial duel or two, and already 3v5 doesn't, again, make things easy. Divide Esports, though, they have kind of free domain over the A-bomb site for the time being here. Jackmaster has already made his home on the site and is searching for a triple in this round. Might have a good chance at it. P. Nathan tagged down to 12 points of health. Jagmaster decides to avoid social distancing and completely gets within, or excuse me, gets close and personal with P. Nathan. Nearly double digits. Divide Esports are making this a very one-sided affair, and Colorado State Green, they don't really have any statements back. Double snipers again brought to the table, with Onyur tossing down a nice little anti-smoke, which is perfect too. It might actually convert into a kill here if they're a bit wary. But Nusley only needs a tag. Oh my god, he's re-peeking, and that's so dangerous to do! Onyur is going to get punished for his greed and find his team down 1 player. It's a 4-on-4 though, and in fact this actually slightly favors Colorado State Green because of the damage that they've done onto Nusley, and Powertail as well puts him within 1-shot range of those M4s, but the defense is going to have to be split from Colorado State Green whether they like it or not. And Divide Esports, if they do a full site commit here, they could find themselves in a very comfortable place. Not exactly sure what their final plan is going to be completely honest. Stealthy's holding down Catwalk, and rotations haven't quite come through. Irish Sniper, perfect entry up towards B, excuse me. Will take down Stealthy with a nice flash and the shots to boot. Griffin has to hold down B all by himself, and he's doing an amazing job at it. He's found 3 kills. Actually, possibly has the chance for number 4 too, as Nusley is bleeding internally. He's practically on life support, and at this point, it might just be in his best bet, his best interest to save this gun. The bomb is down over towards B, and he has almost 0 chance of pulling this one off. It's really been Griffin, the solo carry over at the B bomb site at the moment. He's top fragging for his team, 11 and 10. Can't quite find number 12, but still an amazing play nonetheless to put that very, very much needed round number 3 on the board for Colorado State. 9-6 feels kind of like a minimum that the CTs need to at least have a bit more of a chance heading into the statistically unfavored side of Mirage. They're halfway there, but they need to be flawless from here on out if they want that, I wouldn't say optimal scoreline, but the most optimal that they can get. Can't always rely on solo plays like that, though. That was just wonderfully played by Griffin. He's actually going right back to home over towards B. Divide Esports. I was going to say that they're airing over towards mid, but that nade might have warded them off for just a little while. Again, that mid window smoke isn't quite there. It doesn't matter. They'll commit another one for their treble. Plus, they've gotten a kill, so I don't think they exactly care all too much. Nussel, I believe, spotted the legs of that player over towards CT. That could be another kill. If it was Onyur, I believe, to actually peek out again. He's being very careful, though, with his angles. Knows that he is potentially between life and death at the moment. Mid control taken from Divide Esports. They are dividing their offense across multiple planes here. Bomb will get retrieved as well, and so an execute can begin relatively soon. P. Nathan has managed to find a kill, though. I'm not sure if that was aggression or something else, but going down a player like that makes this only easier for Colorado State. They have a real good chance at this one now. Irish Sniper has a chance to put this right back in his team's favor, though. Spots a player over towards window, but Griffin is quick on the trigger. He has been incredible so far for Colorado State. Puts his team now in a statistically favored advantage. A 3 versus 4 and a missed smoke. That's a good way to start things. Appears like we have seen quite a couple missed pieces of utility, but it's not the end of the world, because if they can get the kills, well, maybe it won't matter in the end. This is not one of those cases, however. Powertail struggles to get that spray through, and 8 seconds left remaining for him to pull off a 1 versus 3. I'm not exactly fancying my chances, especially since Colorado State Green are probably going to go a hunting after this round ends. Powertail, though, at least he gets a bit of damage on his way down as they give up 4 rounds, excuse me, to Colorado State. Full investment in yet again. But I believe if Divide Esports don't win this one, they might be struggling just a little bit on this last round of the half. Still might be okay. I think they should be able to put together Galils if nothing else, but Colorado State, they're starting to chain something a little bit more promising together. Oh, that nade doesn't do nearly as much damage as I'm sure Ghost would have hoped, or Goose would have hoped. But he's still aggressing over towards mid. This is incredibly risky. I'm surprised he's going for something like this, but if he keeps going for it, it could be a freebie for Divide. Aggression from Connector now. Nathan probably shouldn't overstay this. He takes a pretty significant chunk of damage while trying to back up, and it's a pincer play by Master to finish it up. Nestle finds one over towards window as well. It seems it was Goose who was prodding over towards window. So again, there was a person I was worried about. It actually ends up being one of the many victims of the CT side in this round. Quick push in towards B as well. Stealthy tries to do his best impression of Griffin, but it's a very, very lukewarm impression. It's looking an awful lot like double digits. Divide Esports are absolutely running away with this T-half at the moment. It's not even looking relatively close. Onyur almost certainly has to keep his gun for the last round of the half here. There's going to be 2,400 going into their pockets, the CTs, and well, that means that they'll have a couple of guns in their arsenal here, but it will be even better if Onyur manages to save this M4. He is being hunted down, though, and only has 25 points of health here, and might actually not be able to get away with it. Kazi, though, unfortunately, his head had to be on a swivel there, and unfortunately, the head will only be on a fence post as it gets blown right off and used as decor. 10-4. That is just telling you that everything is okay for Divide Esports. Last of the half. Colorado State Green, I feel desperately need this one, but it's not going to be an easy ask for them. They're forcing up everything that they possibly can. And it comes in the form of actually just one deagle. They'll have a scout on P. Nathan. M4 is otherwise. It's not the worst, but could be better for sure. Stealthy is aggressing in towards underpass, and Powerdale isn't watching for it here. This could actually be pretty lethal. Stealthy, well, is he going to be stealthy at last? Indeed he is. Hits the shot, gets the kill. It's a winning combo. Perhaps winning enough for another round. P. Nathan will get traded out. Jagmaster is at least doing damage as his comrade falls, avenging his teammate, but not avenging the killer just yet here. Nades are going down. Again, it's a pincer play coming out from Divide Esports. They also have a player coming up, Connector. Onmir's none the wiser to it here. And although Griffin had the jump on Kazi there, Kazi still gets the kill? That is absurd. It's Stealthy. 1 versus 4. Finds the first onto a very heavily lit up Kazi, but he can only find that kill. 4-11. This is awfully one-sided. Divide Esports, now moving on to the CT side of things, could just close it out in a very quick fashion. It's looking very, very expected at this point. But, I mean, this is the first result of both of these teams here. Who knows what Colorado State Green have going for them later in the season? Who knows if they have some amazing strats on Mirage? You know, there's questions for sure. But I think for right now, it should be decent enough for Divide Esports to close this one out. Small little break before we head to the second half of this game. I mean, what are the big takeaways I can think of? Colorado State Green, they've had a couple of successful rounds, one of which really stands out to me as Griffin getting that lovely 3K hold on the B-bomb site. But it has been really just Divide Esports being able to win a lot of their duels and just having better duels, really, to choose from. So it's working out for them so far. I know that they've gotten plenty of practice in. And, well, it all is paying off for the time being. 11-4, again, is a score that we're going to be looking down at. Colorado State Green, it is nothing more than a depressing scoreline, but for Divide Esports, this is their chance to put themselves in the 1-0 column, the 1-0 seeding of ESEA. Pushing up will be Griffin finding that first shot, now moving all the way over to jungle. He's so aggressive, does not let go of that W key, and it actually ends up leading to his demise. Divide Esports, excuse me, find one kill early on the retake here, and might actually find another on the Stealthy if he commits to this. Stealthy does indeed commit to it, but it doesn't seem like Nusley was quite ready for it here. Post plant begins, and I remember how this went the way of Colorado State Green last time here. They just stuck the bomb, and in fact, I guess mimicry is the best form of flattery because Irish Sniper is doing it right back to them. What is that? Oh my god. These pistol rounds have been going the exact same way. It really just goes to show you, Irish Sniper there was saying anything you can do, I can do better. And they are doing everything better, it seems, at the moment. 12-4 strong, only need 4 more to close this one out. It's looking very, very likely that they put themselves on 13 here. Full investment from Divide Esports to give themselves a fighting chance in round number 17. It's actually not a half bad buy. I mean, you see the auto shotgun coming out in the hands of Jagmaster. That's over towards B. So if they were to commit towards B, it could be a pretty nasty surprise for them here. Mid control will be taken, though. Or I meant it was a force up from Colorado State. I don't know what I'm on right now. Either way, though, force up from Divide as well because, you know, you just won the round. You probably want to force up. Still, though, I don't think any of my my storylines change when I'm saying that one here. Still, though, I say that Colorado State going towards B here might be lethal for them, but they're actually going over towards A and winning those duels. So they found out the secret recipe to success, and it's going to be up to Powertail to avoid this anti-eco win. He can't do it. It's a risky investment for Colorado State to put all their eggs in one basket here, but it's something that works out great for them. Stealthy with a triple and Anya with a double. It's going to be those two members cleaning up the bulk of that round and putting that lovely 5 in the column for Colorado State Green. But now it'll just be even sweeter for them. I said a 13-5 scoreline was looking very likely, but maybe I spoke too soon. Divide Esports forcing up Eagles and Scouts into this one here. They would be on a double eco if they lose this one, but they seem to have confidence at least. Wait, would they be on a double eco? I might be. I actually might be wrong on that. It's been a minute since I've done the math on it. Maybe they won't even get that far. Irish Sniper goes for a peek and unfortunately gets his head blown right off. Good shot by Stealthy. Opens things up in a nice little fashion, but are they going to be ready for Kazi? Indeed he is. Stealthy now with a double. Good little start for the T's. Colorado State Green are going to need a lot more rounds like that. A lot more likely or favorable situations like that. Jagmaster over at B will find 1 kill for his trouble, but it's only a Galil that is dropped. That is shed by Goose. Unfortunate shot from Powertail. I think Anya was just a little bit more ready for that than maybe Powertail was. Bit of an awkward long-range duel over towards Connector. Jagmaster probably shouldn't try to take this one, but he does make it a swift defeat for them. So now things improved to 12-6, so Colorado State Green starting to get a little bit more headway onto evening this scoreline up, but again, they still do have a long way to go. This would be another nice little number to add to the column, though. 12-7 would be pretty nice, and it's looking awfully likely now. The eco's through. Pistols across the board here, and they're just going to be smorking it up towards mid. Nusley is going to be leading the charge, and Powertail right behind him, and they're just trying to press W right into P. Nathan and co. And the T's are struggling a little bit to find these kills, to be completely honest. They've actually found one. Overwhelmed the second player. Stealthy's barely hanging in there. He's on life support again. And oh my god, Divide Esports, are they actually going to be able to pull this one off? Omnier has committed all the way over towards B, but the bomb has actually committed over towards A. Oh god, this is a disaster. These USPs and co are winning it all. The AK-47 will find a frag as well. Stealthy is trying to even things up by finding a kill on Kazi. And also important to mention that this flank from Anya is still very much on its way. And Jagmeister is oh god, he is none the wiser to it. 11 points of health between the last couple of members of Divide Esports here. And what looked like it could have been, or what looked like it could have been round robbery, is nothing more than perhaps a distant memory. Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward duel between Irish Sniper and Anya, but it's a kill nonetheless. And oh my god, they've done it! How? That round was so weird and hard to follow from start to finish, but it's a full save win from Divide. That is only something you can see here. That is absolutely unreal. I cannot believe that worked out so swimmingly. 12-6, that could have easily been 12-7, but no. Of all things, it's Divide Esports taking it. I'm genuinely lost for words. I have no clue what that was. It's a bit of a miracle that they pulled it off, but it looks like they believed in miracles. That puts them only 3 away from closing out their first win of the regular season. If they keep playing like this, it's going to be their first of many. Are they going for an A fake here? It looks like they're trying to set up an A fake with a couple of smokes and then just rushing out towards B. I want to see how the CTs react to this. This is a pretty standard fake here at the moment. It seems that they're actually airing towards the side of B. Nusley is actually going to be rotating all the way for CT spawn. Irish Sniper calls out a couple of flashes and smokes are coming through. Powertail has actually started to rotate. And oh no, no, no. They are still holding their ground here. Still a very lukewarm push here. 3 players out the ready for the CT side here. Oh my god, they've actually fell for it. The fake does work here. Oh, poor Powertail. It doesn't even get to live to tell the tale because he dies immediately from the hands of P. Nathan. The response is there from Jagmaster, but it's not quite enough to convert into a kill just yet. Colorado State with a lovely little fake there. I said it could have worked out, and indeed it does. all the kills too means that this has to be a save for Divide, because their money is not going to look very, very nice into this next round. It's a classic little fake. I'm just surprised that they committed players so early. In all honesty, I like that split that they had as soon as those smokes came out. It seemed like that was the correct reaction to it. They didn't see bomb. They didn't see more than one player or anything of the sort, but it just brought all the players over to the A-bomb site here. And from there, there's not much PowerTail could do other than at least try to get a lovely multi-frag or two, but he was practically dead in the water from the moment that Colorado State actually decided to execute. It's actually a very convincing round by them too. I mean, it's probably something that's not going to work every time, but at the moment it's looking awfully promising. And what was that? Nusley, who actually forces up an AWP, or I believe got forced an AWP by, I want to say PowerTail perhaps? Maybe Kazi. Finds an immediate kill onto it. I wasn't expecting a full AWP buy into this next round, but P. Nathan maybe wasn't either. He falls to it. Setting up for an A exec. Will be a couple of players of the T side. Probably going to be bringing the bomb towards that area as well. And this time those rotations would be appropriate for Divide to start bringing over as soon as they spot a couple of players. Maybe they'll start to spot the difference between it's actually fake and when it's actually just full-blown chaos. Plenty of flashes coming through would be an awfully good sign. The rotations are indeed through. Great shot from Kazi to find one, though. And Nusley's actually there to save his arse yet again. Kazi, he doubles up with the deagle. He could even get an AK into his hands if he so wished. It's Onyer to have to fall. All the weight just falls on Onyer's hands, but Divide, they just absolutely crushed that push. It makes me lost for words. And the words I do have, I stumble over. They are so close to being able to close this one out here. 2 rounds. A force-up ends up working absolute divine magic for them. Those 2 deagles ended up being one of the biggest plays, honestly. That 2K was marvelous. It's going to be a force-up right back from Divide, though. Or from Colorado State, excuse me. 2 Tech 9s and 3 AKs. It's not shabby whatsoever. Oh, Jagmaster, take a look at this. So, no, he could just absolutely do it to them right now. He spots one. Not quite the second that he opens, but he's heavily tagged up stealthy here. That means PowerTail can go ahead and try to clean up some of this damage. Oh, don't back up now. He could have had his chance right there. Oh, don't re-peek it again. PowerTail, just toss out the welcoming mat and let Kazi do all the work. He's found the first. Taken down the heavily lit up Stealthy. Now Colorado State, they're going to be twiddling their thumbs, find out what they can even do at this point here. Onyer was going for a cheeky frag over towards window, and he even spotted a player sitting underneath window as well. Sure, that's information, but that's no kill. That's probably no round either. Match point is looking awfully, awfully likely. The smoke coming through. Gonna be smoking out the window of market. Can I please start watching a different POV game? Can I watch a different POV, please? Oh, okay, that was weird. I don't know what just happened there, but it seems the T's most definitely do. Those smokes are perfect, and the shots are there right behind it. And suddenly, from what was a 4v2, what was in a 2v2, and I mean, by the time I'm just trying to finish my sentence, there's already a round win. I mean, Divide Esports, they're just taking this one so quickly. They are speedrunning these past couple of rounds as they find themselves on match point. I can't even try to build up a convincing storyline or anything. No, Colorado State green. They can play that numbers game all they want, but I think they have failed their math classes. Lovely little start from Divide Esports in this season. It's not over just yet, though, for Colorado State. They could still theoretically mount a comeback. I mean, this at all levels of play is most definitely going to be possible. I have no hesitation, no doubts about that whatsoever. And we've shown that they have a little bit of promise. That B fake that they pulled off earlier, or that A fake into B, I should say, was wouldn't say ingenious, but it was well played. It was genuinely good. They baited out the rotations. It was huge. Divide Esports. This time, though, we'll just have a free run of form over towards the A bomb site. There's no faking this time. It's Irish Sniper and Co. to try to hold down the A bomb site. They're losing these initial duels, sure, but a 2 versus 3, not impossible to win still. We've seen that Divide Esports can still pull off kills aplenty, rounds aplenty, and wins aplenty. Post plant is on. Powertail, is he just saving this? He's going for a really long rotation. That bomb is already relatively far ticked. I think at this point, yeah, they just got to go ahead and save their guns. Powertail seems to commit to the idea. I like it, though. Divide Esports, it's not around that they're going to be favored to win whatsoever. They take the actual safe stance to it. They don't try to pull off a ESEA advanced team, 1 versus 3 retake or a 2 versus 3 retake. And, well, they just kind of threw away everything I was just gassing them up for by trying to take duels over towards T spawns. So, never mind what I just said. No guns kept. That's the caster curse coming back to bite me, isn't it? 7 rounds, the difference between the two teams for the time being. Should be 9, theoretically, by Colorado State. But again, I don't want to speak too early. We saw that full eco win come out from the side of Divide previously. I wouldn't be surprised if they could pull it off again. Tossing out the Astralis mid-smoke, Nusley now nuzzles himself right into this corner of mid. And although that Molly is there to try to flush him out, it doesn't do much of anything. No kills exchanged either which way. Jagmaster could have a chance to break this dam, though. Did he not spot the player all the way into spawn there? Surely now he does. Going to be spotting Onyer here, and Onyer, he's wise to it. He's watching his back. I like the attempt, but the execution isn't quite there. And in fact, the only execution that is there is those of Divide. They're losing their lives one by one, causing a good amount of damage. What was that shot from Powertail? That second kill was something else. Sure, it's a body shot, but it still looks pretty. That's all that they're going to get. Just a nice little pretty sight as they give up the 9th round. Nearly double digits for both teams. Definitely still do favor Divide Esports here. At least they got a okay amount of economical damage done, Divide. So they have that going for them. Buy up on both sides. An AWP in the hands of the sniper on the CT side. Flashes mid. Will Nusley commit? Doesn't seem to be the case quite yet. Are they going to be going for the B fake into A? That kind of seems like it at the moment. A couple of smokes are tossed out. Molly as well. P. Nathan isn't going to be ready for the angle by Powertail. Great little position there. Puts them in a 4 versus 5. And overall, very, very good opportunity to close out this match right here, right now. Only 4 away from doing it. 4 kills away from doing it, excuse me. An execute will begin for Colorado State, but they're a man down, and one is not even to be seen. Griffin is minding his own business over towards mid, waiting for any aggressive B play coming out from the CTs. But Divide, they don't need to push. They have all the information, all the kills that they need for the time being. They can just let Colorado State walk into their crosshairs, and they're going to be obliging them. Stealthy pushing out over towards A right now. Knows that there is a player waiting in towards CT. Under Palace is a possibility. Oh, that nade actually should finish up the job. Poor Irish Sniper had no idea what was happening there. Stealthy is actually able to capitalize, find a second kill before Powertail strikes back with one of his own. Sure, he's found 2 so far. Looking for maybe a little bit more here. If he can try to stop this plant, that would be absolutely huge. Colorado State have fully executed onto the save A site, though, and Stealthy is going massive. He's found 3 in the round, same amount for Powertail as well. The battle of the two titans might just lead into the ultimate disappointment for Stealthy. No, but he's keeping it up. He's found number 4. It's all Nusley now, and Onyer will steal away the ace potential, but Stealthy has kept the dream alive. That is absolutely incredible. Stealthy, solo, single-handedly are keeping Colorado State in this one. He's 25 and 19, the highest in the server by a pretty decent margin. Hell, he was highest in the server even before that round started. Now he's only solidified it. It was a lovely little attempt by Powertail as well, but unfortunately almost no one else could get kills. Because of that, the CTs, after losing that round, are going to be punished with only pistols. A couple of P250s, 5.7s. But surely that miracle with pistols won't happen again. Anya seems to at least be convinced of the idea. Griffin as well is denying any opportunity. Kazi waits. Knows exactly where one player is, Griffin. But Griffin is still watching. That patience is boundless, apparently. Just holding the line. I like it, Kazi. I see you. I see you. Molly down towards mid. I mean, this is basically already over at this point. Surprised Irish Sniper actually gets away almost unscathed. Round now basically good as over. We'll just try to beat Divide Esports, looking for maybe a couple kills on their way to the grave. But they're only being sent to the grave. They can't drag out anyone with them, as Colorado State Green are on the verge of making this a flawless round. It will get slightly punished, since Goose is down to 86, so he ruins the team chemistry there. Very, very promising, though, I should say. Very clean round from Colorado State. Something very much needed, if nothing else, to build up their economy a little more. That means that they can start taking a couple more hits, and if they keep still winning these rounds, which obviously they have to, it wouldn't be half bad. Full buy, Divide. Couple of nades through. Kazi, this is risky as all hell. He just pushes out. He had this pistol out for that one here, and he's caught with his pants down. What is going on? Divider just feeding Colorado State these kills at the moment. Barely any time has elapsed, and it's already a 2 versus 4. Again, it has to be most likely another save here. 3,400 will be going into their pockets this time around. But the gap has really started to shrink. Colorado State are pulling off this comeback one round at a time, and Divider looking very lost. I understand what they're trying to go for there, you know, the aggression from players like Kazi, but it just was very ill-timed, I suppose you can say. On that same note, though, well played by the side of Colorado State to capitalize. You know, actually get those kills. Puts them in a very comfortable space. Actually, I want to take a... Okay, yeah. Okay, leaves them in a very comfortable space. I wanted to say against this eco, but I actually think they might force up around this. Divide shouldn't, but I'm wondering if they're feeling a little bit confident in themselves. It's a force, indeed it is, but not all too much money invested, surprisingly. Oh, wow, they are seriously committing to this. That is really risky to do, especially at this point. Looks like they're going to be going for the A fake into B yet again. This default has done them so much good so far. Really, the only thing that seems to punish it severely is a push over towards mid, but I think Kazi is going to be scared off of doing that for this round. After the deadly result that happened last time. Stealthy. Contact plays over towards A. He's actually taken a lot of damage for free. It's actually brought the rotations over, though? What? Why did they... Oh, God, they all rotated. Oh, God, this is terrible. Why did they all rotate? There was only one person there. Colorado State, they're just going to have this B site basically all to themselves here. Anya, watching from the window, will find a kill into Nusley. Those rotations are so premature. And that means that Colorado State can just ejaculate onto the site. P. Nathan gets another kill, 4v2. Did you know the word ejaculate means exit? I learned that recently. $15-13, huh? Who would have thought I'd be saying it? That hurts too. Powertail. At least he'll be able to keep his M4, surely. P. Nathan missing the jump makes it a little bit more easy of a task. This is all too many rounds given up, though. What I'm thinking right now, that there should be a couple of pistols dropped. Divide Esports. Oh my god, no, they're forcing again. This is so damn risky. I mean, I know they have that full loss bonus coming through, but it just seems like their ego is just a little bit off. Nussily only has a P250, no armor. He could easily invest into armor and still have enough for an AWP next round if he wanted. But, you know, the finer details only matter so much. As it's 15-13 right now. Divide just nearly choked away this lead that they worked so hard to build up. Although that will be at least put to an end for the time being. A bit of aggression from Kazian towards Palace is actually a perfect recipe for success as they again find themselves in a 4 versus 5. Them on the strong end of that stick. Jackmaster will search for maybe a kill with this Max 7P Nathan. Oh, he is just absolutely none the wiser. Jag, are you going to take that AK? Okay, there we are. He just wanted to drop that Max 7 for his teammate. What a very nice guy, very charitable. Now only 3 men strong, Colorado State. They're fighting for their match life on the line. So it does definitely matter a lot. Irish Sniper still holding down B. Rotations are starting to come through as footsteps are being heard all over the place. But a 5 versus 3, you got to appreciate the chances for Divide for the time being here. Onyar only finds 1 with his P250 as Griffin has to pull off a 1 versus 4 to even give his team a chance at keeping this up. Griffin finds 1, sure, but he's no Elige. He can't pull that off, and that is a lovely finish from Divide Esports. I was getting really scared for them, to be completely honest. For a while, I was starting to quake in my boots a little bit. I don't feel like it should have gotten nearly that far, but a win's a win, and a 16-13 at that is pretty comfortable. I like it. Definitely need a lot more where that came from here. Divide Esports will take it after a very convincing lead to start things off, then a little bit of hesitation perhaps. It's still their win nonetheless here. Honestly, that's just kind of my closing thoughts on it. I'm glad to see some of the people that I thought were going to be stepping up have stepped up. Stealthy and Jagmaster individually seem to do some of the best work on their team. Thanks for the cons. Hey, no problem, Mike. It was a lot of fun to actually cast this one. And, you know, it's always fun to cast a good game, you know? Thank you all for coming through and joining me through this fun adventure. There is plenty more ESEA action that I'm going to be commenting for pretty much the rest of the season. So if you guys are interested in this, please feel free to follow me on my Twitch or my Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and plug my Twitter real quick. And a special thanks to PowerTail as well, now that I have Frankenstein Cry and Cry. Good name. Actually requested me to cast this match for them. So I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and it's keeping food on the table for me as well. So good luck to them. Divide Esports, I feel, have a really happy future coming at them. I'm liking how they're playing it, and I can't wait to see more of them. And I hope to see most of you very, very soon. But I'm going to call it for now. Have myself some dinner, and maybe take it easy for tonight. We'll see you later. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out.